I really wanted to get this video up for you guys yesterday, but I had a hair appointment, and when I got back I just wasn't thrilled with how much like bang she cut off. I was kind of like sad about it. I tried to fix them so hopefully it looks okay today, but it like goes all the way back here and it's just such a thick amount. I tried to blend it into the rest of my hair. So anyway, this video is on the new Kat Von D MetalMatte Eyeshadow palette, and I purchased mine from Sephora. I believe it was $60, and I think it's also available on the Kat Von D Beauty website as well. I've used this palette today. Has been the fourth or fifth time that I've used it, and I've used I think every single one of the shades in it so far, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm tempted to order a backup, like who needs a backup of an eyeshadow palette this big, but I kind of wish for a backup because it's so nice. I'm gonna try to hang tight till the Sephora VIB sale, which normally it starts in October, and I haven't heard any word of when that's gonna start, but hopefully soon because my list is getting longer and longer. Inside the box there is a look card, and there's 2 looks on one side and then 1 look on the other. The packaging of the palette is a cardboard, and it has a magnetic closure that does flip all the way back, and there's a nice size mirror inside. I've always loved Kat's artwork in general, let alone on makeup products, and this one's no different. I think it's really cool in that it says metal, and then you turn it around and it says matte. So it's the MetalMatte palette. I just dig stuff like that. I'll go ahead and read you guys how much product is in here. There are 9 eyeshadows that are 0.06 ounces a piece, and the 9 that are in there are those like metal foil type of eyeshadow, and then there are 13 mattes in here that are also 0.06 ounces, which that's a pretty good size amount of product. And then for reference on the size of the palette, because like when I got this I was like, whoa, that guy's got some size. Here's the Interstellar palette, or kind of her standard newer cardboard packaging comes in this size of a package, so it's pretty much the same width and height. It's just longer right here. On the back of the palette, it kind of has the layout of the shadows and also the names. And then on the inside, the names are also printed in here, which I do like. I wore the green and blues yesterday. Love the way that that turned out. I dabbled in the browns, I think probably 2 days ago. And the first ones that I like stuck my brush into were, I think, this gold and then this burgundy shade right here. The mattes are really pigmented. They blended really well. They do kick up some powder when you put your brush in there, but they're really silky and they build. And then this top row, which is the metal eyeshadows, is consistent with the metal eyeshadows that she came out in single form, which I do have all of those. And those eyeshadows are absolutely amazing. They do have that dimethicone style formula. Makeup Forever is another one that has that dimethicone type of formula, but the difference between like some Makeup Forever eyeshadows and these ones and the dimethicone type of formula is these don't pill. I haven't had any of them like the formula have it stick to itself in like little balls or anything, but I have had that on some of the Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and it kind of forms a glaze over the top. Still love my Makeup Forever eyeshadows, but the thing that I really like is that these don't do that. I love the Makeup Geek foiled shadows as well, but I do tend to get more fallout with that formula than this one, and I kind of thought that I would get a little bit more fallout than I did, but it's like hardly nothing. Even the mattes, maybe just a fleck or two, like the fallout is like not bad at all. So this entire bottom row is matte, and the top is that metal formula. The shade Tinsel is the only one that kind of has a more chunky feel, whereas the other ones are pretty smooth and pretty foiled. I did get a tiny bit more fallout with Tinsel than I did the others, but still it wasn't bad. I'm really, really pleased with the performance and the pigmentation of this entire palette. This was the holiday item that I was most excited about, and it did not disappoint. It's by far my favorite holiday release thus far. There is a NARS Dual Intensity palette that's coming out soon, which I'm probably going to be pretty excited about that too. But just the performance and pigmentation of this is really, really good. So let's zoom in here and give you guys some swatches. So here's the packaging up close. I would always prefer a plastic over a cardboard, but still the packaging it's a heavy weighted type of cardboard, and the artistry on the outside is absolutely fabulous. So you've got the metal matte, and then inside here you've got a pretty good size mirror that I've got fingerprints all over, and then here are your shades. I'll do 3 at a time here, but like, you don't have to push very hard to get some type of pigmentation out of these guys, so Those are the first three. I wore these two shades yesterday on the lid. Oh, they were nice. And then Tinsel is the one that I had mentioned that is the chunkiest out of the bunch, but it's still really a smooth shadow. And then these last three in the metals. Oh, my little bone is like sticking out my hand. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up, but super nice. Then I'll do three on the mattes here. Again, these are really, really silky smooth. They do kick up a tiny bit of powder when you put your brush in them, but they're so soft and super duper pigmented. And this gray and this green. I put the green in the crease yesterday with these guys right here. Super pretty. Yep, that gray almost appears to have a slight, ever so slight amount of a green tinge to it. Maybe that's just because it's sitting next to the green in the palette. These guys, which I've got both of these two on today. I've got all three of these on today. And this yellow. They're so soft, you guys. They're so soft. And then these last four, which I did find myself like reaching for, like these two shades. I wanted to use them in almost every look. I avoided this guy, I think. Did I? Yeah, I didn't use this guy today, but I did use this guy, I think, every time that I've used it. So those are the last four of the mattes. Oh boy, can you see that guy? It's a really good one for blending out that lighter brown shade there. Those are the last four mattes. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Again, I absolutely love this palette. I'm so tempted to buy another one, like I would need one considering all the palettes that I have, but it's just so good and it's such a good value as well. Like her single eyeshadows in the metal, I think, what are they, 20 bucks a piece? And you get, they're 0.06 ounces and there's just so many and they're all hits. Like I feel like almost every shade in here when I use them were hits, which is hard to say about a lot of palettes, especially around the holiday time. So now if you want to see the look that's on my eyes and how these perform, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. I already primed my lids from the Lash Line 2 up underneath the brow, and now I'm going to take a Hakuhodo S133 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Glitz. I'm going to put that in the inner portion of the lid. Using that same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Twinkle. I'm going to put that one on the center. And blend it into that lighter shade. Same brush again, I'm going to go into the shade Volt, which is an even deeper purple. I'm going to actually use the side of that brush. I'm going to put that one right here and blend it into the light purple. Then on the Chikuhodo GS9, I'm going to go into the shade Ribbon, which is one of the matte purples in the palette. I'm going to put this guy through the crease and kind of beat it out like I tend to do. Then using a Hakuhodo J5523 brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Silk and kind of, I'm going to blend out the ribbon shade, and I'm also going to overlap it. Using a Dakota blending brush, I'm going to go into Fringe, which is kind of a peachy, it is a peachy shade. I'll put that right up here. Oh, that color's so pretty. Then lastly, on a Dakota GSN10, I'm going to go into the shade Bone, and I'm going to put that one underneath the brow. Buff it into that peach. I'm going to buff this out a bit with that brush too. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye makeup, and I'll be right back to put on some lips for you guys. For lips, I've got the Clinique Quick Liner for Lips Intense in number 10 Intense Hibiscus. I'm going to line and fill my lips all the way in with this guy. Then I'm going to go over my entire lips with one of the new Urban Decay. This is their throwback lipsticks. It's in the shade Asphyxia, and it has a cream finish. It's kind of like a duochrome type of pinky purple. It's the first time I'm wearing it. It looks really pretty. It does. It looks so cool. There's the overall finished look using the new Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.